Mori, wanna do the introduction? No? Good job. Hey guys, it's Sarah. Apparently there's like 23 of you now, which is kind of weird. And maybe I'm just reading it wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a 23, which is, I don't know where you all came from, but welcome. And enjoy your stay. Yes, Morty. Come here. Oh, yeah, getting big. I'm going to talk about my coming out story, which is... This is exactly how I started the last video. I hate the term coming out, I just really do. But yeah, so let's just get right into this. I will start with the background and then I'll tell you my sexuality if you really want to know. I don't really think it matters, but that's what this story is about, so I guess it kind of does in this context. When I was in high school, I was bullied relentlessly. In and out of high school, but how do I put this? Well, I had a very alternative style. I had long hair, then I had short hair, then I had and I wore dresses, and then I wore jeans with my hair spiked, and like all this different stuff. I wore no makeup, and I wore makeup, and I was kind of like a didn't quite fit the gender stereotype that I'm supposed to fall into. So a lot of people immediately assumed that, in their words, I was a dyke. And I have no issue with that word, aside from when it's used by people who are outside of, you know, this kind of community that's not straight, basically. Because when they use it, it's so filled with hate and so filled with otherness. It's a word intended to make you feel bad when the way they were using it, and that's the context that I hate that word in. If people want to use it as a term for themselves and they find it empowering, then cool. It's like women taking back the word bitch. I mean, I'm all for that. But it's got to be someone who has the authority to, kind of thing. I mean, that's a whole other issue. Basically, if you're a guy, don't call women bitches, and if you're a woman and you want to call yourself bitch, that's fine, but also don't call other women bitches unless you know that they're comfortable with it. So in high school, there was this rumour that got so detailed that they had a timeline for me. These people who made the timeline will be having a high school reunion next year, and they were seriously so on my back in high school, and I also ended up hanging out with, I dated one of them for like years afterwards, but we won't get into that. But I was so involved with their U-level, with the rumours and the friendships, but mostly the rumours and the jerks and stuff, that I actually ended up getting an invite to their reunion, which is kind of weird because I was the year below. The rumour was that I was a dyke, or a lesbian, and would come out in 2 years, exactly 2 years, and tell my best friend Jess that I was in love with him. Well, they were half right. Well, maybe like a quarter right. I did come out in high school, which was earlier than the 2 years span that they gave me. I wasn't in love with my best friend Jess, though I did later go on to date someone named Jess. Yeah. So the day I came out, I remember I couldn't say it. I was a very anxious kind of person, so I just wrote it on my hand and said to my friends, hey, guess what? I'm gay, or I'm bi, or whatever. So yeah, when I told them, a lot of them were fine with it. They were just like, yeah, that's cool. You know, I don't really, like, someone like, I don't really understand it, but, you know, I don't need to, I guess. I mean, that's you, and I know you, and that's all I need to know. I was like, cool, yeah. And then one woman, well, maybe I say woman, she's like 16 at the time. We were all 16 at the time. This is one of the reactions that I can't stand. Okay. Her exact words were, as long as you're not attracted to me. I was just like, that is the last thing that you need to worry about. Like, I'm sorry, but I might like women, but that doesn't mean I like all women. I have taste and standards. My family was actually really good about it. Yeah, I just kind of said, to my dad, you know, I like girls. And he was just like, you know, I love you just the same. And that was it. Life just resumed as normal, and that was cool. I really appreciate that kind of thing. And my mum and my sister weren't really fazed by it. They were just like, yeah, you know. It doesn't affect them, I guess, which is good because it doesn't, and it shouldn't. I mean, them being straight doesn't affect me in any way. I wouldn't be like, oh, really, you're straight? I do kind of now, which is weird. Back then I was all okay with expressing myself in a way that suited me, and now I'm a lot, my cat is eating something outside and I'm just hoping that it's not good. I'm assuming not. I can't see anything flapping. Back in high school I was a lot more confident in expressing myself through clothing and style and all that sort of stuff, but now, because of all the bullying and stuff that I got, you know, around my sexuality and dealing with like being called a dyke and having people throw rocks and food at me and pencils and basically any kind of projectile they could find, it's a lot harder for me to feel comfortable now. I mean, I can't wear an outfit like this, which is just jeans and a t-shirt, without doing a full face of makeup and having my hair down and making sure that I look girly. Because I'm scared that if I do, people are going to do the same thing. People are going to throw food, they're going to call me a dyke, they're going to yell at me that I'm ugly and disgusting. I actually had a really positive coming out kind of story, I guess. I mean, aside from the bullying and stuff, the people that I cared about, their reactions were fine. There were some questions, you know, people just trying to understand it because I guess they didn't know anyone else who was open about being bisexual. They knew people who were gay, but that's, you know, being bisexual still is different to, you know, they have all these usual questions like, how do you know, and who are you more attracted to, girls or guys, or, you know, it doesn't necessarily work like that for everyone, but in my case, women. I just throwing it out there. My cat is death staring from outside. So, since there's like 23 of you now, I would absolutely love it if you would please go to my Facebook link down below. Either like my page or check out the products and stuff like that. I'm wearing them today. They are cruelty-free, mineral-based makeup. They're so good. I am gonna go get my eyebrows done because they don't even look like they're related today. Yeah. They're more like, I mean, you know, saying eyebrows are sisters, not twins. I think mine are distant, very distant relatives. I mean, I don't even know if they're actually related. I'm not going to ask you guys to tell me your coming out stories or anything like that because it is a very personal experience. This is the most awkward ending to a video ever. I'm going to go drink some coffee and do some acting work and hand wash. And thank you so much for watching, and yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please do, and we can be best friends. And feel free to chat to me in the comments or message me on Facebook. I don't mind. I'm always looking forward to talking to people, but not many people actually talk to me. Just saying. Anyway, I will see you next time.